Welcome back to Cruising with the Wild Herons. Hi, so I wanted to talk to you about carbon monoxide on a boat. Most of you already know that carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas, and it's odorless and it's colorless, and it can kill you. So OSHA allows 50 parts per million to be exposed to. They will allow workers to have 8 hours of exposure to 50 parts per million. I think that's the terminology for it. But anything over that can be fatal, especially if you go to sleep and you have carbon monoxide in your boat. You won't wake up the next morning. So we had a carbon monoxide issue on our boat. During Crazy Cousins weekend, the first night, we left our beautiful Khaleesi on the boat and we went to dinner and we rode golf carts all around Ocracoke Island. And when we came back to the boat, the carbon monoxide monitor was alarming. And it was going off in our V-berth, which is where my cousins were staying. None of the other carbon monoxide monitors were going off, so we were a little perplexed and we didn't really know what was going on. Our other monitors were permanently mounted and everything was fine in the salon, our bedroom. Jenna was staying in the bunk room. That room, which is down that way, wasn't going off either. So we thought maybe it was a false alarm, and we right away took the monitor down and figured, oh, maybe it needs new batteries. We put new batteries in it, we put it back, and it alarmed again. And so we're like, and then we were up and we figured it couldn't be bad because the rest of the boat wasn't alarming and they were working. We tested them, they were all working. And so we started looking on YouTube and on the internet and trying to research what could be wrong with this alarm. And lo and behold, when we put the new batteries in, we didn't think to look that particular monitor had a screen on it and it had a maximum CO level that you could push that button. It would show you what the maximum was prior to changing the batteries, I guess. And the V-berth was actually showing 79 parts per million, which is way too high. My cousins thought it was just a faulty thing, and it was late, they wanted to go to bed. And there was no way we were going to allow that to happen. So I took the monitor and kind of went around the boat to see if it was picking up a reading anywhere else, and the only place it was picking it up was in the V-berth. So we knew there was a problem, and I'll show you a little bit of clip about what we did. But in a nutshell, I opened up all the windows and blew all the fans in that room to blow out all the air, and we actually had the monitor in the room. We watched the numbers dropping down. It took till about 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, until we got the whole boat was definitely reading 0. So I'm going to show you a little bit of clip on that, and I'll talk to you a little more after. So the carbon monoxide monitor has been going off in this room and we're not sure why. And I'm trying to air the room out just to be on the safe side. So we have fans blowing and the windows open, and it seems to be dropping the level down. I moved this one carbon monoxide monitor that kept alarming from room to room to get a read of the levels. And we were really perplexed as to why we had carbon monoxide in the V-berth, and that is one of the lowest points on the boat. So we did check the engine compartment, as you saw, thinking, gosh, do we have carbon monoxide being produced somehow in the engine room? And it read 0. So it's kind of surprising. And then it dawned on me that earlier in the day, when we were sitting up on our Lido deck getting ready to go out, we were having a few drinks out there, and we had the windows open, the isinglass all open, and the wind was all blowing this way. It was a windy day. It was really windy. The wind was all blowing towards the back of our boat. Well, a sport fishing boat docked on the T-dock right behind us, about maybe 100 feet past us. And they had their engines running for not a long time, but a good bit of time. As we were sitting there, we were getting asphyxiated from the fumes of that boat. And yeah, we're high up, but again, the wind is just blowing everything this way. It's kind of like having somebody smoke at the next table and a fan is blowing on you and it's just blowing all the smoke at you. So it was really obnoxious. So we took everything and of course had the door open, and we're carrying our drinks and snacks and stuff back inside, and then shut the door. Of course, we never smelt anything when we were inside, and it was like ding, ding, ding. There was the source of the carbon monoxide, because the levels never crept back up. They stayed at 0. And yes, you could say we probably should have evacuated the boat, but we didn't, because we knew it was contained in that one room. Online it said if you just open the windows, it can take 8 hours to get carbon monoxide cleared out. It cleared out probably about an hour. It was reading 0, and we didn't go to bed for a long time. Well, Tracy tried to go to bed because she just didn't care, but I wasn't going to have her die on me. So we were pretty certain that everything was safe by that point. And now we've bought carbon monoxide monitors that we're going to put out that have a readout on all of them, so we know for certain what the actual level is in the room, and not just a guessing, oh, the alarm is going off. You know, certainly 79 parts per million would have been too high to go to sleep in, but probably once it got down to 20 or 30, it might have been safe, but we had to be sure that it wasn't coming back and it wasn't escalating up again, and it wasn't. So we were all safe and everybody was good, and we all lived to tell about it. Thank God. But word to the wise, if you don't have a carbon monoxide monitor on your boat, my God, get one. There is a thing where you get kind of a backdraft from your own engines. If you're running your engines, you should have your doors shut and your windows shut. If you're gassing up your boat, you should have all the windows, portholes, doors shut. This is one of the things that we learned when we first bought our very first boat. And, you know, I'm always so careful to have all the doors and windows shut, so really couldn't imagine. We didn't gas up our boat or diesel up the boat, and couldn't imagine where the carbon monoxide was coming from until I remembered, you know, feeling asphyxiated from all those horrible fumes that were coming up aboard our Lido deck. And I am 100% confident that that's where it came from. So lesson learned, anyway, that the wind can carry that, and it will sink to the lowest level, which was that V berth. So anyways, all's well that ends well. Ciao. Stay tuned for more Cruising with the Wild Herons. Don't forget to give us a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Ciao.